there, two-stroke turbo fans. Thanks for checking in to the channel once again. Thanks for stopping by. My shop dog Stella is just going to wag her little furry tail and probably go take a nap right there on that nice soft patch of grass. That's what she does. Well, at least in the videos. What are we doing today? Oh my goodness. You guys probably have forgotten about this project car. Been so busy working on customer cars all week. I haven't had time to restore my 1957 Barclay SE 328. I've done a few videos on this car. You're probably getting tired of them. Although some of you very nicely have said that you're not. Got a bit of a frog in my throat here. Let me grab some water. Okay, we got some water, and then we're now be able to talk a little bit. Stella is not amused that I put her into the Barclay. Kind of ironic. Dogs bark. Driving a Barclay, are you still? You want out? No comfort in there? You want to stay in? Okay, stay in there. You can stay in there during the video. You look kind of cute. So, as I was speaking about Lucas Electronics, which is the Prince of Darkness, we also have Whitworth threads. And what is that? Is that like the king of darkness squared? I don't know, something else. I tell you what, I have worked my butt off on this car, and it doesn't seem, I should just get right to the point. I have worked my butt off on this differential to put into this car. This is the crown jewel to make this car go. Since the last video, I have scraped and cleaned and put rust mort on all my beams to see what's worth saving and what's not. We've done the brake lines, we've done the brakes, we've got the steering working, got the tires and bearings. But then I thought, well, how am I going to make this car work without some way to propel it? And the only way I can think of it doing it is a differential using the motorcycle chain type of propulsion that came with the car. It's a pretty cool little differential. I showed a video of it. There's a little set of gears in here, actually 5 or 6 little gears that give it the, when you spin this one and you hold this one, that rotates the whole thing. So when you're going straight and you're propelling it, it would be this way actually, counterclockwise. The whole axle moves as one, but when you turn, as in the front of the car, you have the differential of the front wheels spinning at different rates, and you don't want to skid. You then have the ability to see how I turn this one this way. It reflects and turns the other one the other way. That's how that works. So we had to get all that figured out, weld in the pins, and then epoxy them so they don't leak, so the oil actually stays in its little sump in here. Then I had to rebuild the housing. This housing bolts to the frame of the car right on that lower cross member right there, but it has to have a chain adjustment. You see this bolt here pushes the chain or tightens the chain on the motor, and you have to have brackets that slide like these here and a pivot off this bottom one here. So my good friend, thank you buddy, made these for me off of the Barclay files section on Facebook. We're able to kind of copy that. I then have to fasten this part to the car, which is this hole here. That goes into the mount in that subframe there. This has been a lot of work. I rebuilt it with bearings that weren't quite the right size. I can't get the British size bearings anymore, so it was a little tight. I was afraid it was going to bind. The speedometer is also driven off of here, off the back here. I do not have a speedometer cable, but if someday there is a speedometer gear in there, and there's an adjustment for tightening and loosening the tension on the speedometer. A lot of stuff going on in here. Again, why I call it the crown jewel. This whole thing then gets picked up and it fits right there, and it bolts to the drive line, and we have a power source, or we have a way to propel the car. But you can, I don't know if you can see how small this is. Everyone's telling me, oh, just put a 4-cylinder Toyota ZZ motor in there or whatever. There's no way. You couldn't get half of a motor in there. We're talking, I don't know what that is, 22 inches possibly between the frame rails. I mean, you could do something goofy where it hangs out the front like somebody did before me. I've got to take these mounts off. I got to cut those off. A lot of fabrication ahead, but it feels so good to have at least this part behind me. Now I just got to figure out how to mount it and see if my subframe is worthy here. We'll be working on the rear subframe and the front subframe next and getting that mounted, and then the power plant will be revealed soon. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. And I hope you're enjoying some progress on our Barkley 328 SE and our Barkley Brittany right over there. Oh boy. Take a little nap, Stella. You deserve it. That's a good puppy. You like riding in that car? Oh yeah, give me a yawn. That's a good puppy.